welcome to the deep dive. This time, we're jumping into something that's already making waves online. It's the trailer for Weapons, the new horror thriller from Cregger, the director of Barbarian.
Oh, yeah. Definitely got my attention.
Ours, too. So our mission today is to kind of peel back the layers on this trailer, figure out what makes it so, well, so compelling.
Compelling is definitely the word. I mean, it's not just throwing clips at you, is it? It's building this whole mood, posing questions.
Totally.
Yeah.
My first impression was just this, like, heavy, haunting atmosphere.
Right.
And it's amazing how much they do with restraint. You know, the silence, the minimal dialogue makes the central mystery, the kids disappearing, feel even bigger.
And there's that visual style, too. It's almost got this, like, documentary rawness in places.
Yes, that starkness. It makes the whole thing feel disturbingly plausible somehow.
Yeah, that raw feeling is key, I think. It dodges that sort of glossy, overproduced look you sometimes get in horror. It grounds it, makes it feel closer.
And the timestamp, 2:17 a.m., over and over.
Yeah, that little detail. It does a lot of work, doesn't it?
It really does. 2:17 a.m. It's like it lodges in your brain. It implies something precise, methodical, not just random middle-of-the-night stuff.
Like ritualistic.
Exactly, like something is meant to happen then.
Yeah.
And the way they cut from, like, normal life kids playing to just emptiness and those missing posters. Ugh.
It's that contrast, isn't it? Showing the before makes the after, the absence, feel so much more present, like a physical weight.
Yeah. And you're right. It's not relying on, cheap jump scares.
No. It's that slow burn dread, the kind that really gets under your skin.
Okay, so let's try and piece together what might be going on. 17 kids, same class, same town, poof, gone at 2:17 a.m.
It's a lot to take in.
What's your gut feeling? Coordinated event? Some kind of, I don't know, mass delusion? Or are we heading into supernatural territory?
Well, the timing, the sheer number, it screams coordination, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But a mass hallucination, that's an interesting idea, too. Like, how fragile is our reality?
Right. The trailer definitely seems to be messing with our heads about what's real.
And maybe the visuals offer clues. Did you notice the recurring mirrors and reflections?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It felt like we're seeing distorted versions of things. Or maybe the characters themselves are kind of fragmented.
Could be. Alternate realities, maybe. Or, like you said, maybe it's more symbolic. Their inner worlds breaking apart after the trauma.
That makes sense. That sense of reality just shattering for the people left behind. Which brings us to Julia Garner's character, Justine Gandy.
Her performance, even just in the trailer snippets, feels intense.
It really does. She goes from this almost stunned silence to, well, total desperation.
Yeah.
It feels like her understanding is shifting, maybe. Could even hint at, like, a non-linear story, perhaps.
She could be our anchor, couldn't she? The one whose perspective we follow as the horrifying truth comes out, whatever that truth is.
And her intensity definitely suggests the story's going to challenge us, too.
And then there's that voiceover line, chilling.
Oh, yeah. It's not what they took, it's what they left behind.
Right. That just reframes everything.
Totally. It stops being just about absence, doesn't it? It makes you think. Did something else, something not quite right, fill the space.
Exactly. That idea of replacement, of imitation, it's deeply unsettling, moves it beyond just abduction into, like, existential territory.
What if the familiar isn't familiar anymore? Super creepy.
It taps into that deep fear of the uncanny, when something looks right but feels fundamentally wrong.
Let's talk about the director, Cregger.
Yeah.
Because Barbarian was... well, it was something else.
It really was. He's not afraid to mess with expectations, is he? Combining genres, shifting tone like that.
Not at all. And Barbarian felt grounded, too, despite the wild turns.
Yeah.
Grounded in, like, real fears, vulnerability, hidden things.
Yeah, he understands pacing, too, and knows when to let that quiet unease build, and then, bam, impact.
Exactly. It's the suggestion, the stuff you don't see. He gets that. And this premise for Weapons, the kids disappearing. It feels like it could be hitting on some bigger societal fears, maybe.
I think that's a really good point. Failures of authority, the fragility of community, maybe secrets bubbling under the surface of a normal town.
Yeah, like the horror event is a mirror reflecting those anxieties.
It could definitely be using this awful event as a lens for that kind of commentary. And the school we see, empty hallways, desks.
Oh, that empty school is haunting.
It really amplifies the loss, the dread. It's like the building itself is grieving.
And speaking of things unsaid, the sound design, wow. Especially the use of silence.
Yes, The silence is so effective, it's almost aggressive sometimes.
It really is. It creates this vacuum, doesn't it? Makes you hyper-aware, waiting for something. Any little sound becomes huge.
It's classic tension building, but done really well here. It's psychological. Much more effective than just noise all the time.
Absolutely. You're just straining your ears, and that builds the suspense like crazy.
Yeah.
And visually, Larkin Seipel's cinematography, those static shots, the shadows.
Yeah, it creates a very specific feel, doesn't it? That stillness can be really unnerving, makes you feel like you're stuck watching something awful.
Yeah, like you can't look away, but you also can't intervene.
And the colors, too, all those grays, washed out blues.
Even the daylight scenes feel kind of bleak.
Yeah, it just reinforces that feeling that something is fundamentally broken in this place.
Okay, the cast. Julia Garner, we mentioned her intensity, but she also has this incredible vulnerability, right?
She really does. You just feel the weight on her character through her eyes, even in short clips. She could be the key to it all.
I think so, too. And Josh Brolin, playing Archer Graff, the grieving father.
Oh, Brolin brings such gravity. That quiet pain, you see it without him needing to say much.
You really do. It's etched on his face. And Benedict Wong.
Ah, yes. He always brings this sort of knowing presence, doesn't he? An authority, maybe a hint of mystery.
Totally. Could he be a guide? Or someone who knows more than they're letting on?
It wouldn't surprise me. His presence definitely adds another layer of, okay, what's his deal?
Right. And the rest of the cast is strong, too. Alden Ehrenreich, Austin Abrams, Amy Madigan.
Yeah, it's a solid ensemble. That suggests they're really going to explore the impact on the whole community, not just one or two people.
Which feels right for this kind of story. Now, shifting gears a bit, the marketing. This is pretty
Your website, maybrookmissing.net.
Yeah. This fake news site reporting on the disappearances like they're real.
That kind of immersive marketing, that ARG approach, it can be incredibly effective, pulls you right into the world.
Totally. It's like an alternate reality game unfolding around the film. Reminds me of Cloverfield or even Blair Witch back in the day.
Exactly, blurring those lines. It encourages fans to actually dig around, look for clues, piece things together before the movie.
Yeah. And that website with the forum posts and mock interviews and police reports, it creates this feeling of verisimilitude. Like it could be real.
Precisely. It makes it feel immediate, tangible, and it builds a community too, people trying to solve it together online.
And it seems like it's working. The online theories are already flying.
Oh, yeah. What are people saying?
All sorts. Time loops, mass sacrifice rituals, some quite disturbing ideas.
Wow.
And some people think it's more metaphorical, like about societal neglect or something.
That range of theories just shows how much the premise is grabbing people, you know? That ambiguity lets everyone project their own fears onto it. Supernatural, psychological, social commentary. It seems to hit a lot of notes.
Alien abduction is in there, government experiments, the usual suspects, and multiverse theories, of course.
Of course. It's tapped into that collective fascination with the unexplained, hasn't it? We want answers, even scary ones.
Yeah, and a film that gets people talking and sleuthing like this becomes more than just, something you watch passively.
It becomes an event, a shared puzzle.
So wrapping up our deep dive on the Weapons trailer, it really feels like this is one to watch. High anticipation.
Definitely. Chilling premise, great cast, Cregger's track record. It feels significant.
Yeah, potentially to be a major horror release, I think.
Absolutely. That blend of psychological scares, potential social depth, and a director who takes risks. Plus that clever ARG marketing. It's got a lot going for it.
And the date isn't too far off, thankfully, August 8th, 2025.
Mark the calendar. Yeah, it promises to be, well, thought-provoking at the very least. Probably pretty scary, too.
Definitely. And maybe a final thought for you listening. When you encounter stories like this, what is it that really gets under your skin? What deep-seated fears about the unknown or maybe anxieties about our own world do you think a film like Weapons taps into?
Yeah, what resonates with you personally when things delve into that kind of darkness?
Something to ponder. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.